All right, so welcome, welcome. It's good to be with you. Um, so today we're going to be working with this concept of quantum leaping, which is such a weird thing to say. It sounds so futuristic, I guess, but it's built upon a spiritual understanding that I'm just starting to build more foundationally in my spiritual belief system. So I just want to honor the fact that not everyone may believe this or believe this yet or ever believe this. And I'll build the concepts together with you. But the idea that time and space doesn't exist in the spiritual realm. Does that make sense? There's no time or space spiritually. Spiritually, everything is happening at once. And so even those who believe in past lifetimes, those past lifetimes are all happening at the same time because there is no time. And this is an important thing to walk around and wash your dishes and think about. And these are the things that I think about. I don't have a lot of noise on. I'm often contemplating these deeper things. It's so that I can make them digestible, bite-sized concepts for you to easily digest and for me to integrate. So I believe if you're of Christianity, maybe you don't believe in past lifetimes, and that's okay. But I do believe in that this is not my only go round. I believe that there's probably another one coming. There's probably been some in the past, right? So I concurrently have that belief of past and future lifetimes personally. And I also believe that all of those lifetimes are also happening at the same time because there is no time and space on the spiritual realm. So I present that to you because it's important to ferret that out so that the ego mind is not in debate during this meditation because we're doing quantum leap work. Now, the concept of the quantum is that there are many versions of ourselves happening at the same time. So whether that's parallel lives or different dimensional parts of you, or whether it's simply my soul is 99% of me living outside of the seed of the physical body. And that if you have a Christian belief system, that might be the best approach to this meditation, which is that I am 99% soul living on the spiritual realm, and I am 1% seed of physical body. And so there is a vastness of me connected to all that is. I am that I am. There's this vast being of me with infinite potential and connectedness. And in that connectedness, I'm connected to Einstein. I'm connected to Joan of Arc. I'm connected to all that is and the Akashic record of all that is. So for you, maybe it makes sense to just kind of figure out, what do I believe of those scenarios? Just so that the ego mind's not like, but wait, I don't understand. No, we can't leap into another thing. I don't believe in that. It's just helpful to anchor into your spiritual religious beliefs as it relates to this concept of multiple versions of you, or an expanded version of you that is connected to all that is. So if I feel unworthy in this lifetime, and I feel like the person that my soulmate doesn't exist and I'm not worthy of love, then somewhere in another life or in the expansion of my soul consciousness, there is a part of me that believes I am worthy of love. Does that make sense? So whether you believe it's your soul, or whether you believe there are different versions of yourself, a version of yourself where you are so in your power, like a goddess, we're walking on the face of the earth, knowing your worth, then the idea of this quantum meditation is to step into that version of yourself. Now, the other parts of quantum theory is at any point when I make a decision, like I made a decision to marry my husband, Matt, I could have made a decision to not. And the potential of having not married him and going this path would have been a whole set of potentiality that actually existed in the quantum field. Does that make sense? So when you're looking at the quantum, at any point, at any branch of a decision, both of those fields went forward in momentum. Now, the danger here is to go into woulda, coulda, shoulda. Maybe I should have chose that path. Maybe this path would have been better. That's not valuable. What is valuable is to believe that if you're feeling unworthy, there's a worthy version of yourself that you can step into right here, right now. If you are dealing with illness, there is a healthy and perfected physical body of yourself that you can step into right now. If you are having marriage problems, there is a part of you that knows how to have a healthy marriage in your cellular structure that you can step into right now. And that's what we're going to do today. But again, getting your mind around that is important. I've been walking around with this for about 6 to 8 months, so that I can start to condition myself, so that when I'm upset and I feel like my daughter's self-sabotaging herself and everything is going to hell in a handbasket, and in my body, I actually am in hell in a handbasket. I don't even know if that's a phrase, right? And I'm in that space. I can go to bed at night and tap into everything is perfect with my kids and everything is safe. And we're all good. Everything is in divine alignment. And instead of trying to get myself there from the hell in the handbasket vibration, I can hop into the space within me or the version of myself that is a master of not my own vibration, but the house's vibration. Now, we cannot manifest for someone else. We can clear the way, we can call in miracles around them, but their free will is sovereign to them. So what we can do is go into the trust that I'm okay. We can go into the trust that it will all work out with divine order. So that's what we're working on today. We're going into this space. We're going into these versions of ourselves. So I have one more story to share that really brought this home. And this is going into the woo-woo of woo-woo. So bear with me. I was having a conflict with someone I care about recently. And it didn't start with me. It was like, it's a chicken or the egg. Who knows where it started? But she felt like when I said something, it hurt her. And I felt like when she pulled back, I could feel her. I could feel abandonment. And so I felt this thing happen with her. And the cool thing is we're both on our path in the awareness layer of the body. We're not playing things out on stage anymore. We're both in the audience, witnessing what's happening in our bodies and in our feels and all of that. So it's really cool to be on a conscious path with someone else, to be able to watch how this goes down with two conscious embodied beings. So she's like, I feel like you're holding something against me. And I'm like, I feel like you're abandoning me. And we're talking about what's happening in our bodies, both knowing that it's not really what's happening, but it feels like what's happening. And I go, you know what? This feels like it's happening in another dimension. Like we're on a different planet, or we're in a past life and we're duking something out, and here it's showing up, but neither of us really actually give a shit about what this thing is, and it doesn't matter, and both of us know it doesn't matter, but it's being played out through us. Is that karma? Is that entities? Is that interference energy? Is it a quantum life that's bleeding through? I don't know, but what's cool is when you actually start to integrate this into your belief system, and believe, oh, maybe this is a past life or another dimension. We're duking it out on the spiritual realm. And both people have the awareness that that's even possible. Neither of us took it seriously. And within maybe 20 minutes of communicating and bringing truth and love into the relationship, it disappeared. The issue was gone for both of us. Boom. That shit used to last 3 months for me 7 years ago. I would have played that out, victimization, abandonment, drama, playing the drama of life on stage. But she and I had awareness. We're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And it was gone. And that is the potential that I'm talking about here in this quantum work. So when we start to truly embody this awareness that we are quantum beings, that right now I'm playing the victimized version of myself, I'm aware of it, it's not really real. Whoop, I can go into the part of me that is the truest part. Like that. Or 20 minutes later. So if you will, join me in this practice right now. Close your eyes, come into your breath, breathe in. And as you breathe in, if you will, while your ego is still active, allow yourself to tap into that area of life where you're struggling, where you just can't get yourself out of your own way, where you feel hurt by someone else. And just tap into that space within you where you are on the stage playing out this thing that feels so hard and so real. And as you tap into that part of yourself that's really going through it in an area of your life, in a relationship, in a situation, allow yourself to tap into the scarcity, the powerlessness, the raw emotion. Just give a state of presence in your body to the difficulty without judging it or telling yourself you shouldn't feel that way. And breathe into that in your body, allowing it. Even though you don't want to feel that way, just allow. I have disease. I feel unworthy. I feel powerless. And as you breathe into that, without trying to make it go away, just acknowledge and feel it in your body, your experience. And as you allow the feeling of that resistance in your body, try not to resistance or make it go away. You're just allowing. And as you allow it, try to step off stage. Allow a part of you to watch the interplay, the thoughts, the back and the forth, and all of the emotion. Bring your present awareness to that, feeling the part of you on stage, and then being in the audience of it. Like watching a sword fight. I feel this and they feel that. they move this way and then I have to move that way. Or my body has a sensation and I get scared and I avoid it or fix it. So as you watch this, try to feel into the core of what's happening. Do you feel scarcity or powerlessness? Do you feel attacked or hurt? Do you feel like you're not getting what you want from God, from your body? Just focus in, if you will, on the struggle. And just try to name that. Like, I don't feel worthy enough for a conscious, loving being in my life. So I keep taking these people that need to get fixed. And I keep trying to fix them. Once you really can see what's happening on stage in this scene and feel it, allow yourself to decide whether you want to stay in this drama, in this theatrical scene, playing out this thing. The desire to not want that anymore is key here, because sometimes we're playing out a trauma bond. We're playing out a really familiar pattern in our body that knows how to neurosynaptically fire within ourselves. And it just feels familiar, and familiar feels good. So if you will, allow yourself the decision to be done with this particular type of struggle. Like, oh, I prefer not to do this in this way again. Just feel that without any resistance. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I see it. And I choose not to choose this. Give yourself a moment in that realization. See if you can feel that decision point in your body. Like, oh, I'm addicted. I don't want to be addicted anymore. Breathe into that part of you, that space of free will. That decision point from the audience. This is your power. This is your birthright. This choice, this free will. And as you feel the embodied decision, as you feel that you have a decision, choice point, from the audience, pivot now to a new scene. Just do a 180, turn to the opposite direction. or scroll through to find the version of yourself where this pattern doesn't exist, where you are worthy of a conscious partner, where disease doesn't exist in your body, a version of yourself that doesn't have the addiction. Give yourself a moment here as you truly can envision that version. It's not just a visualization, it's an embodied experience because your body is connected to all these versions of yourself. So once you scroll to you without this problem, shift into that body, that life, that experience. Give yourself time to expand into the sensations in your body, to feel the worthiness, the abundance, the power. Where this situation is already exactly your desire. And activate this feeling as you hop on that stage to truly experience that situation, relationship, that experience of yourself. Just notice how you're thinking and feeling, what you're saying. Feel the feels. Expand into this reality, this field. This is not just your imagination. This is you experiencing a version of yourself where that issue was never an issue. has never been a part of you in this version that you've gone into. Just feel that freedom, that rebirth. Allow it to be that easy. Allow yourself to move forward in this version, building and expanding. Like, not only am I healthy, but I'm running marathons. Not only have I met someone with the consciousness, but I'm living such an abundant life. And allow yourself to cut the cords between you and that other stage. Recognizing that in this version of yourself, that other stage, that past, has never been there. Just let it go. As you let it go, you'll hear me saying a prayer just to amplify that. Divine I Am, release us from every mistake, condition, karma, and replace that with such sacred blessing, perfection, and happiness to the rest of our lives that we never think of them again. We never think of that old version again. It can never be existing anywhere in the universe, and no one can be touched by that former version. Just feel the freedom of having let go of that theatrical scene. Just let it burn in the violet flame. Allow it to be that easy. It's okay for it to be that easy. Give reverence, if you will, to your soul that knows how easy it can be to shift into this new reality. Feel the support of the quantum field, the fifth dimension, the Christ consciousness. Just feel yourself supported, like you went up in the elevator to a whole new etage, a whole new floor, where the old scenario doesn't even exist. Allow yourself to ascend. Deep breath into this body. Deep breath into this experience of being held by a deeply, tightly woven net. In this new frequency where you can be in your power, in your health, in your abundance, where your word is what matters, what your desire can be manifested. And as you assimilate, see if this can become your new normal, where you're grateful for this condition, but it's not a novelty. It's your new frequency. It's your new normal, a state of abundance awareness. See if you can feel it just being you, your normal. Now, if you will, steep yourself in the gratitude for the wisdom that you've attained in this life, to know how easy it is to shift quantumly. Gratitude for that sacred divine wisdom that you hold, that got you into your inner practice. Deep gratitude to the wisdom of the divine. Feel the gratitude, if you will, for your power, the sacred power you hold in this life. The power to believe in something new, to choose a new path. The power of your sacred heart and your love, the guidance from divine. Feel your divine power and feel the deepest gratitude to claim that power that already exists within you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you will, deep gratitude to the divine love that you are and that surrounds you in this field, at this floor, at this frequency, at this dimension of your consciousness. Feel that love that you are, that you already are, that supports you and holds you, magnetizes more of that to you. feeling God as the great oneness dimension, the field of sacred love, power, and wisdom. And as you seal this into your awareness and your body at this dimension of your consciousness, seal it in by saying, and so it is done. So it is. And so it is. And so it is. Amen.